another direction, choosing to fire a teacher who is involved in a same-sex marriage.
The school now calling it an agonizing decision, saying they've been in discussions for at least 22 months. The Archdiocese sending us a statement today. It reads in part, this issue is not about sexual orientation. Rather, it is about our expectation that all personnel inside a Catholic school who are ministers of the faith abide by all church teachings, including the nature of marriage. If and when a minister of the faith is publicly not doing so, the church calls us to help the individual strive to live a life in accordance with Catholic teaching. So, two Catholic high schools going in two different ways, in different directions. We wanted to know what led Brebeuf and Cathedral to opposite outcomes.
Yeah, so we sent News 8's Travis Robinson to get some answers. And Travis, you spoke with a theology professor. Tell us what you learned.
Well, it's all just a really very complicated situation for each of the schools here, what they rely on and what their mission is. Just last week, Brebeuf Jesuit Catholic High School announced they were splitting from the Archdiocese of Indianapolis after the school board refused to fire a teacher in a same-sex marriage. And Brebeuf is sponsored by the Midwest province of the Society of Jesus, allowing them to keep their Catholic affiliation and sponsorship even without the Archdiocese support. Now, Cathedral High School announced in a letter Sunday that it will separate from a teacher in a same-sex marriage after the Archdiocese requested that they do so. The school says not complying with the Archdiocese would lead the school to losing its nonprofit status and Catholic identity. For Cathedral, in order to survive as a school, they say they had no choice but to let go of their teacher.
So the Archdiocese of Indianapolis has made a decision that same-sex marriage in an employee that is in a same-sex marriage in a school that they have some sort of influence over is a red line at this moment.
According to the Archdiocese, every private Catholic school has been instructed to include a morality clause in contracts to ensure teachers are following the teachings of the Catholic Church. But Raymond Hamersky says that's where the lines get a little blurry.
How many people that they employ have been divorced? You know, I mean, is that a violation, something of their mission or of a morality agreement? And if those people have been divorced, how many have been remarried and still, work in these institutions, in these schools? I mean, it's an interesting test.
Last year, two Roncalli High School counselors filed complaints with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission after the school did not renew their contracts because they were in same-sex unions. The EEOC has not yet ruled on those cases. And you can read all of the statements from the schools and the Archdiocese on our website at wishtv.com. I'm Travis Robinson, Wish TV News 8.